Welcome to the HexBugs Nano Discovery Station. So we're gonna build this thing together. So just getting all the parts out of the box. Make sure you don't forget the bugs, and taking a look at the instructions here. So the first part says just to click together two of the track pieces. They are quite stiff, so do make sure that you get them in, and you need to make sure that they're flat so that the bugs can run over them and don't get stuck. So just taking a look at the instructions for the next bit. So it's to get one of the discs. Now don't pay too much attention here, because I actually went a little bit wrong and I couldn't work it out. So this part's right. So you want to get two of these little corner pieces that add sort of another dimension, but I've actually put them too far apart here. So when I go and get the flat corner bit out of this bag to join them together and overlap them, it doesn't actually fit because they're not next to each other. I've put one of them too far away. So it's actually also, that flat bit's quite hard to get in. You do have to really line it up and make sure it's right, but actually that's how you're meant to do it. Two pieces that are the same and then overlap them with the flat bit like that. Now I have to say that this is also wrong as well, because I'm putting them all the way around, whereas actually you don't want them all the way around. It does look like it in the diagram, in the instructions, but you don't want them all the way around. That's wrong, because you need to attach bits elsewhere. Yeah, there we go. I've just realized it's wrong. They're not too bad to get back out, but just be careful that you don't break them. But there's other things that are meant to be attached here, so I need to take a few off because we're attaching a small secondary platform there. Again, make sure that it's fully connected so that the join is smooth and flat so that the hex bugs can get over it. Next, you want the base station for the satellite, which is going to go in the middle there. It's got a hole through the middle as well so that the bugs can go through it. And then you need the silver clear plastic rod to put into the middle of the satellite dish, and then that clicks in on the top, and that actually is fully rotational, which is quite good as well. And then I'm going to take off another piece at the side there that I did wrong, and it's one of these little side ramps. So I need to attach the side ramp down there, again nice and smoothly, and then do attach on the lifting ramp at the end. That way, you know, you can let the bugs run completely down, or you can close it so they can't run off. And then there's another little side branch and arm off the top there, and that is the first segment of the Nano Discovery Station. So second segment, you want another one of the little hexagon discs, and we're putting the gun on it this time, which again is rotational, and we're attaching that to the other big hexagon dish as well. Again, I found it quite difficult to make sure that they slot together smoothly, so do just keep pushing until they're smooth. Right here, I couldn't work out how the sides of the building went on, because they just didn't fit. And then I discovered, if you look at the diagram closely, you need to put some more of those white base pieces on. So you need to put those all the way around with the smooth flat ones in between to block up the gaps, and you can do that all the way around and then pop the sides of the walls on. And then if you look, there's also another ramp at the side there that I've added on too, but you need to make sure you put the base pieces on, otherwise those walls don't fit. And then there are the little blue plastic fake glass roof parts, which then just slot on top, and the blue plastic actually flops backwards and forwards. And that's I think that's that part completed. However, I was a bit confused here as I couldn't find what went on there. It looked like there should be another ramp, which actually I couldn't find. And I pulled all the pieces out and I couldn't find it, so I thought I'd put this whole piece to one side and do the next bit, which is actually the connecting tunnel. So you put the two doors together, which actually it's quite hard to tell what they are in the diagram compared to the picture on the box, and you put a piece of tunnel in them. They just all slot together. And then actually the bit that was missing was another piece of the track, because it didn't actually look like that in the diagram. And then use the tunnel to connect in the middle. So the bugs can either go through the tunnel in the middle, or they can go around the track on the outside. and then this is the bugs themselves. So you get to build the little tank, which is there, and it's got two different things you can put on the top. It's got a clip, which you can see I'm putting on now. If you put the base clip on, and then in the top of that you can have a gun like that, or you can swap it over, and there's actually another clip that goes on the back of it, and you can put a tank in it, and you can, for like gas and supplies, so you can swap over those. I actually thought that a bug was maybe meant to go inside and it was supposed to drive the tank, but I couldn't actually work out if it did do that or not. However, each bug did have a space suit with a little astronaut's helmet on, so I popped those on as well. So you're just having a look in here. This is the official setup. So there's like a nice space tunnel. You can close the doors so they don't go through there if you want to. Of course, you can actually set it up loads of ways. There are loads of different parts, and you can obviously add things from other expansions for HexBugs. There's the car as well, and there's the gun. Everything's fully rotational, but this is the official setup and how to. Apart from being slightly difficult to make sure they clip together properly, it was actually a fairly okay setup, but I don't think the instructions were very clear. And here you go. Here is our two space bugs that do come with the HexBugs Nano Discovery Station, and they're just having an explore, as you can see. I didn't find that they got stuck anywhere. They do like to just keep going round sometimes, so you do have to knock them back onto track another way. But as you can see, they're not actually as fast as this. This video is slightly sped up. But yeah, they can. And then you've got all the little accessories there's to make the terrain look the same. So yeah, HexBugs Nano Discovery Station. How good is that? After setup, I did let my nephew then play with it and have a go. He's a HexBugs fan, and he gives this a thumbs up, 10 out of 10. So good job, HexBugs.